Happy Friday. It's a very impromptu video. I'm taking advantage of good lighting in the fact that my work system's VPN is out right now, so I'm waiting for it to keep trying to reboot to try to see if it's going to work. Don't know, but what can you do other than sit and wait, call IT, and sit on the line on hold with them forever, so that'll be fun. But anyways, I figured I'd do a quick, my version of quick Friday reads, and I do have a small haul because I remembered that I had other books that I could have chucked in on my last haul that I completely forgot about. I can't be the only one that does that. And then some that came in the mail. So, we'll do the book haul part first, and then we'll get into the Friday reads. There's a thrift store near my mom's house that I hadn't been into, and I was like, oh, well, I'll give it a try and see if it's worth it. Nah, it's not. I found 3. The one good thing is their paperbacks are 3 for 99 cents. So I was like, sweet, I can find a ton. No, they're all like really old. And one that I bought, I ended up putting in a little free library and trading out for one of these, like on my way to visit her. Because I was like, I know I can get it from the library. I know it's on Overdrive. If I decide it was like In Defense of Food. And the more I thought about it, I was like, is it really anything that I haven't already read about, food industry processing, blah, 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 blah. There's William. He's leaving. See ya. But I found Lost and Found by Carolyn Parkhurst that has the beautiful Target sticker on it. I feel like looking at this cover, I have had this book, or maybe it's just so like generic that it's been something similar has been on another cover. But Laura is wakened in the middle of the night by her teenage daughter, who has barely spoken a word to her in months. Following Cassie up to her attic room, Laura discovers her daughter's shocking secret and moves quickly to try to set things right. The rift between mother and daughter will soon be played out on a global scale when, in the hope that time spent together will heal the relationship, Laura and Cassie join a motley group of contestants on a reality TV show. What starts as a lark turns deadly serious when the show's creators scheme to reveal the most intimate details of the players' lives. The question becomes not just who will capture the final $1 million prize, but at what cost. I mean, this cover doesn't match that description, like, at all. Like, this looks like, oh, you're going on a fun, like, beach vacation. It's going to be like a beachy read. Okay, and then this was one that I plucked up specifically because of the spine. It just looks like the old 70s books that I bought a bunch of at the tent sale at the used bookstore last year. But it's Wildest by John Hersey. The back of it, I went, what the what? And this could technically, even though it doesn't look like it, this could technically be a March of the Mammoths book, because it is that thin skinned paper. This is 691 pages. Like, I don't know. Yeah. And, trigger warnings just for the description on the back. The time was the 20th century. The place was Arizona. She was a pretty 15-year-old white girl deep in her childish dreams when they came for her in the night. Still in her pajamas, they marched her with all the other men and women of the town to the sea. Then they herded her into the hold of a ship bound for China to live out the rest of her life as a slave. I'm not going to say that word. Humiliated and unspeakably degraded. I think you can get by that rest of it what happens. So I'm just like, what the what? What the what? And I looked it up. Apparently it has great reviews on Goodreads, even though I think it was published in the 60s. 1965. So, okay. And then this was one I traded for the In Defense of Food. Georgia Bottoms by Mark Childers. And honestly, I just threw the other one in there and picked this one up because it's like, okay, well, that cover's cute. Nothing else in there was good. And it sounds, I mean, it's got blurb saying it's funny. Move over Flannery O'Connor and make room for a new master. No, but Georgia Bottoms may be the town of 6 Points, Alabama's finest feature. Beautiful, worldly, splendid cook, and faithful churchgoer. Georgia also has a discreet side business entertaining 6 local gentlemen, one for every night of the week, with Mondays off. Each caller has been trained to leave a gift to help her get by, and each thinks he's Georgia's only secret lover. When preacher Eugene Hendricks, Saturdays, decides he must confess their affair in front of the entire congregation, Georgia sets out to save herself and her particular notion of virtue from total ruin. Nothing in 6 Points will ever be the same. Written with hilarity, insight, and affection for the many failings of man and womankind, Georgia Bottoms plumbs the irrepressible workings of the rebellious human heart. Sounds right up my alley. And it says, Georgia is one of the most irresistible liars to ever whip up a batch of pimento cheese sandwiches. Okay. And then I did get in the mail, these are, these are the thrift books. Mrs. Lincoln, this is one I was talking about in my last haul. Catherine Clinton is the author who wrote the couple others that I have. This is the one that they had mentioned in the CNN article, this author in particular. So I grabbed it. I feel like it's probably early 2000s when it was published. It's pretty yellow. No, 2009. So it's been in somebody's car or some sunny place. So that. And then we have Tara Revisited, Women War in the Plantation Legend. So, complex questions about collective memory. I'm thinking she's taking it as plantation mistress. How in movies and all that it's glamorized, which is so tacky. Cuts through romantic myth, combining period photographs and illustrations with new documentaries. So yeah, she's doing that. And then this is like the companion of the Plantation Mistress about much mythologized, can't talk this morning, Southern belles. So, and their complacence and complicity with what was going on. So I don't think that this is in any manner a book that's glamorizing this plantation mistress. I think she's looking into it, their roles and their complacency. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And then these were all I found at another thrift store when I went with a friend a couple of weeks ago. I have some cookbooks nobody's interested in. I think I found let's see, there were 10. I don't remember their weird pricing, but it ended up being 10 for 10, I do believe. And so I got 4 cookbooks. One, if you're interested, is like a low country bed and breakfast cookbook, and then one is kind of like a cafeteria. I don't mean like a school cafeteria, but back in the day, cafeterias were the it thing. I don't know if anybody remembers. Quincy's was a steakhouse / cafeteria that my family went to. I don't know if it was a Southern thing. Quincy's had the bomb rolls, like they were the Texas Roadhouse rolls of the day. And so when I was little, all I wanted to eat was a roll and the Jell-O with the whipped cream on top. That's it. And my parents were like, you have to eat something else. I'm like, no, I just want the Jell-O and the roll. And I mean, clearly the roll is what got me in trouble. But these, I'll go through them quickly. So, Angel Share by James Markert. Now that Prohibition has ended, What the townspeople of Twisted Tree, Kentucky need most is the revival of the old Sam Bourbon distillery. But William McFee knows it'll take a miracle to convince his father, Barley, to once more fill his family's aging house with barrels full of bourbon. When a drifter recently buried near the distillery begins to draw crowds of pilgrims, the McFees are dubious. Yet miracles seem to come to those who once interacted with the deceased and to those now praying at his grave. Cannot read today. Like, my eyes are crossed. It's Friday. Sorry. As people descend on the town to visit the Potter's Field Christ, William seeks to find the connection between the tragic death of his younger brother and the mysterious drifter. But as news spreads about the miracles at the Potter's Field, the publicity threatens to bring I'm struggling. Bring the depth of Barley's secret past to light and put the entire McFee family in jeopardy. And honestly, I saw this and thought of that whichever bourbon commercial is on TV, which is funny that I've seen it because I don't watch much TV. Talking about the Angel Share. It wasn't Jameson, was it? I don't feel like it was Jameson. I feel like it was... It's probably Jim Beam. Then we have Critters, Adventures in Wildest, Suburbia by ABC Whipple. Look at how cute this cover is. Squirrels in the bird feeder, raccoons in the garbage, Canada geese on the lawn, rabbits in the garden, deer at the orchard. During 40 years in the suburbs, ABC Whipple has coped with them all, even including a skunk that decided to winter in his cellar. Critters recounts how the wildlife that was supposed to be banished by suburban development has instead had a population explosion right in everybody's backyard. And it's really little. And then we have Coal to Diamonds by Beth Ditto. It doesn't have a cover. Beth Ditto is the lead singer of Gossip. I don't know that they broke up or they are still together. She's very body positive. And honestly, I didn't know that this book existed, or I probably would have read it years ago because I think it came out more than 10 years ago. No, almost. 2012. So, and I just discovered they're $1.99 a piece, or you can get 5 for $5. So come on, who's not gonna get 5 for $5? And then To All the Boys I've Loved is the series and the Netflix show. I read the Summer trilogy years ago, and they were cute. And I've not seen the Netflix series, so we have To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I don't know if these are in order. P.S. I Still Love You, Always and Forever, Laura Jean. So if I decide to read some fluff this summer, I have them all, and they're not bad condition. The friend I was gonna pass them on to, excuse me, the reason I bought them, she's like, oh, I've already read those. So once I'm done, I might send them to my friend Amy if she hasn't read them, or take them to the bookstore. I don't know. We'll see. That's all of the haul part that took, longer than anticipated. I finished The Four Winds yesterday, so I can give it back to my sister. 5 stars if you haven't read it. It is. I didn't cry like everybody said they cried in it, but I did get that choked up feeling a couple of times, so I recommend. Still reading I Know This Much Is True by Wally Lamb. I am about almost halfway through. This is not current because I'm reading the ebook and following along, so that I'm not making a very much progress in Forever Amber. I'm farther along than this, but we'll say like 26, 27 pages in. It was because I was focused on this one and this one. And I mean, it's only the 5th of March, so it's not like I don't have time. And then the only 2 I'm technically reading are Forever Amber and I Know This Much Is True, but I pulled these 2 out. Will I read them? I don't know. The Big Bamboo by Tim Dorsey. I need to get caught up on this series because I have so many of them. So that may be my summer goal as well. And then Watership Down, Richard Adams. No, I have still never read it. I have had this copy forever and ever. I mean, the McKay sticker on it is so faded. Like, it's barely there. And so, and I prefer this old cover because this is the one my mom had when I was little. And I would always look at it and, pull it open and look at the words. And of course, as a child, they didn't mean anything to me. It was just a page of gibberish. But this, I had to have this copy. But that's all. Let me know if you've read any of these, what you're reading this Friday. I'm going to try some more to get this VPN to work and call IT and see how this Friday is going to go. But I hope you have a good Friday and a good weekend, and I'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye.